So when we look at Valentine's Day and we see the she wolf, the troglodyte, when we look at the Horites and the cave dwellers in the book of Job, it talks about these cave dwellers. Now we look at these people that came from the caves and their culture and their lack of ability not having agriculture. You'll see that their sexual habits, right, are deviant, if you will, bestiality and other forms of straight up abominations. So when we look at the scriptures and it says a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. We look at a harem or a harem, a prostitute house, a house of prostitutes, Horites, these cave dwellers, these holes. The center of the earth, these regions where during this time of the winter are usually covered in ice and snow. These regions are the populations where we find these Horites, these cave dwelling people, dwell in these regions of the north. So when we see in the Bible, Esau, who's also known as a hairy goat, he-goat, and his marriage with these cave dwellers. So when we look at Mount Seir and the Yemen and the Arabian Peninsula and modern-day Ethiopia, Kush, India, these regions were the original populations of what we know as Kush in the ancient times. Under Nimrod, when he established his many kingdoms, right? We're in these regions all the way into India. Now, the Aryans are known for invading these lands and establishing this caste system that has influenced white superiority, using the imminence of the snow and the whiteness and the pureness of the refreshing of this time when the earth goes through, which is also known as a dead or lamenting period. Right, where we find certain festivities of Lent and other festivities. Now, these troglodytes who dwelt in these regions, who did not, when we look at their culture, bestiality, right, eating meat, eating flesh of animals, because they learned their predatory habits observing the night crawlers, the night predatory animals under the moon. We look at the book of Job, the 30th chapter, it mentions about these troglodytes and these cave dwellers. And it says, now they mock my name, my younger, right? And it goes in, and he talks about how he wouldn't even allow these cave-dwelling people to be around his own dog. So we have to understand the culture around Pan. And when we look at Pan, the satire, the he-goat, and Esau, and this connection with the troglodytes, the cave dwellers, and the Ethiopian, and the Mount Seir, in this region of this peninsula, Arabian Peninsula, all the way to India, all the way into China. Now, when we look here at the troglodytes, the core. So when we look at the Horites, that's somewhere they also looked at. We look at the Arctic Circle, the Arctic wolf, who roams in this core center of the earth. And then we understand Lupercalia, lupus. This is also referring to white, leprous, white. These Canaanites, these leprous Canaanites, blonde hair, blue eyes, right? These were prostitutes. These were looked at as whores. So they exploited them for profit, for being able to feast, being able to have food. So in the scriptures, in Joel, it talks about how they would remove the children of Judah and Israel out of their land from their borders and sell the people to the Grecians, the people of Tyre, Zidon. So when we look at some of these Ethiopians and this connection with the troglodytes, for behold the days that the time where I should bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather the nations and bring them down, because they have taken the silver, my gold, the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold to the Grecians. So understand how we've been removed from our border and placed in captivity. These things are written of in the scriptures.